Here is the review of Mastermind Creations Jaguar, which is their take on an IDW Ravage, and also a repaint and remold of Mastermind Creations Foxwire. Their take on Dominus Ambus, also known as the Pet. So as you can see, he is, of course, a Jaguar, and he has some silver paint on the bottom of his legs here. He even does have some, and also some silver on these missile launchers here. He also has some gunmetal gray on all 4 of his toes, and also some silver on the top of his shoulders in the front, as well as some light I think that's supposed to be like a bronze color, but like a brownish on these 2 here. And he also has some silver paint on the inside of his teeth here. And also his eyes are painted red, as you can see there. And he also has some gunmetal gray on these things here. Oh, and also the head sculpt here is a lot different from his original G1 toy. And that's basically it. So for articulation, the head is on two joints, a ball joint here and also it can move on that joint there. And his mouth can open and close. And for the front legs, these parts here are on a ball joint. And also there's a hinge joint there. And for the arms themselves, well, the front legs here, they can rotate all the way around, move in and out. But, well, I like to call this a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees here. And for the feet, they can swivel. And the front toes here can only move down. And one problem that I have with the beast mode is that these front feet here don't tab in anywhere. So sometimes when you're moving him, these front feet will come loose because they don't tap in anywhere. They just sit there. And for his torso, it can bend here. On that screw joint there. And also have a I just accidentally dropped something. And that was one of these. I'm actually going to go ahead and remove these. But these are meant for his robot mode. I'll get to why I use quotation fingers when we get to transformation. But anyway, he has a ball joint here, and for the back legs, they can rotate all the way around, and you can rotate these missile launchers however you want. They can move in and out. Swivel at the back thigh here. Double jointed knees. Oh, and it can also swivel at the lower joint of the knees. And his back feet are on a ball joint. And the back toes can move up and down. And for the tail, this flap here can move up, and it can also rotate. And the tail can move on this joint here, which is those two ball joints, and it can also move on this joint here. And the tail has a total of 6 ball joints. So you can position this however you want. And that's all of the poses. Oh, and these missile launchers here on the back do come detached out of the box when you get him. And he does have a gimmick, and that is you can do this. Yes, he can be torn in half, and this is so that you can recreate the issue in More Than Meets the Eye when Tarn ripped Ravage in half. And that's about it for Beast Mode. So to get him transformed in his robot mode, first you want to straighten down the back legs, and for the knees you want to rotate them around at this lower joint here. And also straighten them out. And you can also take these missile launchers and rotate them down. Rotate the feet. And underneath his feet, you want to flip out these heels. But I will have to use a tool. And you also want to take his legs here and push them in. rotate his arms down. And for his front feet here, you want to rotate them around and bring them up. And you also want to take his hands here and rotate them around so that the hole here is facing. And for the head here, you want to take this piece here and bring it back so that you can take the head here and bring it back on this joint here. And you also want to bring it down on that joint there. And you can bring it up like this if you want to, but there's also a hinge joint here if you want to put it like this. And you're done. And I don't care about the robot mode. I get what they were trying to do here. They were trying to make it look like you can display him in your Beast Wars collection, but obviously, as you can tell, this is not supposed to be Beast Wars Ravage. This is supposed to be IDW Ravage. And no, he did not transform into a robot mode in the IDW comics. He only transformed into the little cassette tape deck. But if you want him to look like how he is in the Beast Wars cartoon, then you can display him like this, along with your other Beast Wars figures. And the only new parts that he has is that he has some gunmetal gray here, some more gunmetal gray on his belt here, and a little bit of red. But that's it. Oh, and he does have a more human robot chest. Oh, and also some new hands. And that's it. And the only new articulations you get out of this mode here is he has ball jointed hands, which are really tight. And these things here, which you just saw, that stores in his missile launchers here. And the way they store is that well, the way these attach is on these holes and these things here. So they look like that. And I accidentally had this the wrong way. They're supposed to be attached like this. But these do form as guns. And the way he holds them is on these pegs here and these holes here. so you can have that. And you can still rotate these missile launchers to give him some hip missiles if you want to. Now, he does come with more accessories, and that is this here. This. These, and also this. But these are not meant for him. These are actually meant for this guy, Tyrantron. And I got him in his minor outfit. So what you get with Tyrantron is a new head here. That has these things here, and these bottom ones here only move, but not the ones on the top. And you also get the helmet. Now, one problem that I have with the helmet here is this is all painted silver, whereas on Tyrantron here, it's all a gray plastic, which I think this is supposed to be all gray. Which is weird. But why does he come with this new head and this helmet? Well, this is so that you can recreate the issue in the IDW comics called Megatron Origins, when Megatron was in the gladiator ring and he removed his helmet here, and these things here splayed out. And so swapping the heads is very easy, like you saw in my Tyrantron video, where you just pop pop the head off from this guy and replace it with this. And you also get some filler pieces here for these here, just in case if you don't like these holes here on both of his arms here, then you get some filler pieces here. And you also get a sniper rifle, which does have a name, and that is Voss. Which this one here does not transform. But Mastermind Creations did release a fully transformable Voss. But this one here that comes with Ravage does not transform. But what this can do is you can slide out the scope here, and this thing here can extend out, and this like bipod can move down, and also the screen here can fold out and can also rotate all the way around, and there's nothing on the screen here. I would have liked it if there was a sticker of a character here instead of just a plain silver paint here. And the way he holds it is not by this handle, because this is meant for Mastermind Creations knee, their take on nickel. But the way Megatron here holds it is by this handle. And to swap out the handles, you would push here, which will untap it, and then replace the new one here. And untapping the handles and tapping the new one in is not easy, because it is a bit of a pain to do. So be mindful of that, so that you don't break the tabs for both of these handles. So Megatron only grips onto this handle, not that handle, because this handle is meant for nickel, not Megatron. This is for Megatron. And of course, like all of the other Mastermind creations, you get the collector's card with the stats on the back, and also the instructions / comic book. So, final thoughts. The Beast mode looks great, but my only problem with it is that I wish that there was something to hold these front feet into place, like something for these to tap in. Because when you're moving him around, these come loose because they don't have anything to tap into. And I don't care about the robot mode, because this is supposed to be IDW Ravage, not Beast Wars Ravage. And for the Tyrantron parts, the only problem I have with it is that I wish that the helmet here was painted, well, was left a gray plastic like that one is, instead of silver like this one. And also, be careful of how you're untapping and reattaching the handles, because you might break something. But everything else looks great. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Mastermind Creations Jaguar. Their take on IDW Ravage. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.